I think going to Florida, we have a couple of teams that have had success early in the season. They've played a pretty good schedule, doing a lot of scouting right now with Florida Gulf Coast, and their losses, they've lost to Missouri, a good team. They've just played a really, really tough schedule, and so I know that they're prepared. They've been challenged early just like we have, and so we expect that to be a great match. Same for FAU. They've played a number of good teams, had a win over a team that was receiving votes that week, competitive with some other really good teams. So certainly expect some great opponents when we go down there. She's off to a great start. It's not surprising. She's a great player, and she's done that throughout her career. What I've said all along with Mary, I just really love about her is she's improving so much. She improves, every week, every month, every year. She's a different player, and she's become a dominant defensive player in our league, obviously in our program. And so just happy for her. Happy to see that happen at Louisville. Very much wanted to win that last match against Louisville for her in front of a rather substantial Ashy cheering section, but certainly glad she received that honor this week. She's very deserving of that, and looking for more good things to come for her. Well, I think it's just a credit to our kids, and not being so worried about what conference somebody's from, but just we feel like we belong. We feel like our players work hard, feel like our players are competitive enough to play against those teams, and so we schedule. And quite often we come out on the winning side of that. Sometimes we don't, but even when we don't, it's the right move. We need to be playing very, very good teams. That's where we get stretched. That's where we get challenged. And if you look at our 3 losses, this year, we had 3 losses, and 2 of those were in 5 against very, very good teams. And so it's been great to get some wins, great to get challenged regardless of the result, and it's something that we'll continue to do in the future. I think starting the year, we knew that our potential was very high this year, but we also knew we weren't going to be as good early. That's what we felt based on some of the pieces that we graduated, and just different people in different roles that are new to them. So I would say finding success early against some good teams has been a very positive thing for our team. But it's about, can we stay hungry? Can we be better next week than we are this week? Can we be better a month from now? And that's always going to be our goal, regardless of early success or early struggles. We have to be improving rapidly, and that's what we talked about. Even after we lost to Louisville, we played better volleyball during most of that weekend than we did just a week and a half before whenever we beat Kentucky. And even though Kentucky was a great win for us, a great thing for our program, to see how much we'd improved since that in 10 days, that's very rewarding to me as a coach, to see our girls work that hard and do that. But we have to do that all year. That's our goal. And we're going to have a time actually after our last match Saturday night that Shelby's mom is providing a meal for everyone back at the hotel. They're going to be out by the pool with all the team members' parents, and everybody's going to have a really nice time there. It's great when we get a chance to get a kid to be able to go back home. Doesn't always work out, unfortunately, but whenever we can, we try to make that happen. And so we're glad we're able to get down to Florida for Shelby. And our team, I would say they're not unhappy that she's from Florida. Have a little time at the beach while we're down there. So our team is looking forward to that, in addition to the great volleyball. We try to. It's not always possible. For example, Karin, we never got her home because there's a grand total of 1 Division I school in her home state. And they're hosting the tournament. Didn't work in our schedule, kind of a thing. And so I hate that didn't work out. But for the most part, we try to get kids within a couple of hours or 3 hours of home, if at all possible. We're working on some things for next year, for example, for people to travel. I won't go on details because it's not done yet, but trying to get more of our kids back home. It's just something when we recruit kids from across the country, we know their parents can come to all of our matches. They get to watch it streamed, and that's a great thing, but it's different when you get to see them in person. And so we try to go home whenever we can. That's something I've always tried to do for our players. I always try to recruit nationally, and that doesn't mean you have to work a little harder sometimes in scheduling to make that happen. But then we have a number of kids that are either from Ohio or from right next to Ohio. If our conference already gets them there, then of course we say that counts as their trip back home. But if not, we do try to do that as much as we can. You can tell my skin tone beach is not my home. It's just about our team and improving. And whenever that happens, that's great. It's just more about we want the win as a team, want the win for our kids, and want to win this tournament. We've been second in a few tournaments now, and it would be nice to go ahead and get it done and win one.